A good Sunday morning to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities, Subaru, 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Currently looking at an area of low pressure, a fairly potent one, fairly deep. This is tracking across the northern Champlain Valley. Centered about Richford here at about 8 o'clock this morning. It'll take a track up toward Quebec City and pull away. Colder air and much stronger winds along its backside will begin to push into the region. Let's take a look at some temperatures here first. And you can see warmer air out ahead of it. Temperatures have made it into the upper 30s and lower 40s and a few mid-40s, and even temperatures around almost 50 degrees at Burlington this hour. This is going to be changing up here pretty quickly as we're going to see much colder air begin to swing into the region and also some stronger wind gusts. Already you can start to see some wind gusts here swinging around this area of low pressure. This is going to affect southern Vermont first and then eventually shift northeast across all of the state before noontime. But this area here over the course of the next couple of hours we'll start to see some strong gusty winds in that 35 to 45 mile an hour range, with gusts maybe as high as 50 to almost 55 miles an hour in some of the spine areas, higher elevations of the Tectonics and Green Mountains. First we're going to look at wind gusts. This is 8 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, noon. That's 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5. We start to see the winds decrease. That's 6, and that's 7 o'clock. And those winds gradually fall off, but there's still some hot spots, mainly in the southern part of the southern spine of the Greens. I think by 8, 9 o'clock this evening, still going to be quite gusty, but those winds are going to be below thresholds at that point to affect utilities. Looking at the progression of precipitation changes, we have rain here with a little bit of a dry slot that's moved in actually. And then we got that back edge, and that's the changeover as colder air begins to work into the region. We'll see that really be a factor mostly in the early part of the afternoon, and then things dry up. That's 4 o'clock this afternoon, 5, 6, 7. Into this evening, a few lake effect flurries, and that's going to be about it. Temperatures also depicted very well with this high-resolution rapid refresh model. You can see those temperatures falling after some early highs, and temperatures going below freezing by 3, 4, 5 this evening, and then staying below freezing. At that point in time, no precipitation worries. VELCO WRF model, this is valid 8 o'clock. And we'll run this a little faster. This is 9 o'clock. You can see the winds are starting to pick up a little bit above 40 miles an hour in our local higher terrain. By 9:30, we're starting to see wind gusts getting down in those areas that are affecting utilities. And you can see those winds mostly staying high, but some of that getting down to the valley floors. This is 20 minutes after 1 o'clock. You can see a little bit of a fall off there, so it's coming in pulses. That's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, notably, it looks like the southern half of the state is much worse than the northern half. Some of that enhanced perhaps by the Mohawk Valley. And then by 4:30, things are starting to ramp down. By 7:30 this evening, it's another day at the park. Not a big deal. Still gusty winds, however, based on the VELCO WRF. Okay, this is occurring some snow, which will be wet, but nothing to worry about here. This is 11 o'clock. We're starting to see the changeover precipitation types, snow accrual, and this is hour by hour. So it maxes out toward noon. By 2, 3, 4 o'clock, things are starting to ramp down. The snow is fairly light, just dustings. And this is through 10 o'clock. That's noon, midnight tonight. So still a little bit of flurry activity depicted by the VELCO WRF. Snowfall total, approximately central and northern Greens to really see the most here, but everybody in the state's affected by some wet snowflakes. But the main action here, greater than 1 inch amounts in this lighter blue, and you can see you're talking 2 to 3. Maybe 4 inches in some spots in the northern Greens. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.